Hey everyone, if you're new here, first of all, welcome to my YouTube channel. Doing this top game series is fairly new to me, and just thought I'd finally rank the most difficult games I've played and somewhat beat so far. I say somewhat because some of them aren't the true endings. I know, some of you may disagree, but I'm probably not as masochistic and professional as some of you are. A little bit about myself, I'm Dorko. You can find me on Twitch playing a huge variety of games. Especially platformers since, well, I've been playing this game since I was 4. I'll cut it short because I'm sure you aren't here to learn about my life story anyway. So, what do I consider difficult games? Basically any game that makes me do this? Oh my god, no! Most of these games are going to be platformers, so I apologize if you don't see games like Elden Ring or Dark Souls. I have yet to jump into that genre altogether, or get back into that genre. Oh, it has eyes! What the heck? Huh? Do I shoot it? What? I feel like if I shoot it, it's gonna kill me. Did that even do anything? Someday. Now let's get right to it. My top 10 most difficult platformers that I played so far. And I guess beaten? Number 10, Octodad. Oddly enough, this game is about being a dad as an octopus who happens to have full human babies. Yeah, weird. I know. Well, despite the concept of the game, trying to be the #1 octopus dad, and trying to fight this evil chef, I found this game to be enjoyable, as it gives a nice nostalgic feel of playing a PS2 game. Now that I'm recording this voiceover, I'm starting to think that evil chef might be the mom's ex-boyfriend. Well, anyway, back to the game. It may be difficult for some players, but didn't find it as complicated as most games I've played, and the buttons to me seem pretty straightforward.
Don't worry, we're here for you.
Number 9, Manual Samuel. Have you ever heard of the game QWOP? Basically, this is QWOP but with a story. Samuel is basically some self-centered rich guy who gets a second chance at life by living a day manually. Manually being kind of like Octodad, with you having to move the arms and legs manually. The game definitely has its quirks and interesting enemy fights, and it's a rather short game. Similar to Octodad, I didn't find it nearly as challenging.
Oh my god, I did it!
Number 8, Katana Zero. Honestly, I can't even believe I had this game in my library for so long. I can't even believe I didn't get started on it as soon as I got it. This game is all kinds of perfect, from the colors, playability, and soundtrack to pixelated blood and gore. Although it had levels that presented some challenges, its true ending is still easily achievable. Number 7, Celeste. I'm sure after mentioning Katana Zero, you certainly knew this game would also come up on the list. Not only is the lore absolutely beautiful, the music is just as beautiful. If you haven't read into the lore yet, please don't, as it feels more wholesome when played not knowing what is going on. This game did give me weird hand cramps. I don't know, maybe I'm just old, but it does offer assist mode for those who find it too difficult. But I'm pretty sure you're watching this series for a reason, right? Fuck! Holy shit! Number 6, Crypt of the Necrodancer. Since we're on a roll with mentioning games that have amazing soundtracks, I thought I'd mention Crypt of the Necrodancer. Yes, I know, he looks like Link. Oddly enough, they do actually have a Legend of Zelda version of the game called Cadence of Hyrule. However, Crypt of the Necrodancer and Cadence of Hyrule versions don't really have a link to one another besides the main character looking the same. And Cadence is built more for the Legend of Zelda lovers altogether. If you aren't musically inclined, this game may be very difficult for some, and the gameplay does take some time to get used to. Number 5, Cuphead. You already know this was going to be on the list. This game's franchise has really expanded with its classic artwork and music. Cuphead is a hit or miss for some, as I've seen many rage quit the game in the beginning levels, or when you see this annoying beast. Essentially, this game is about trying to pay your debt to the devil. This game has been one of the most popular games to speedrun among many speedrunners. I'm not even sure if this is considered an E for everyone, but it's certainly an amazing game to be played even if you aren't a fan of shooters like me. Shit. Number 4, Jump King. The main motivation to beat this game is clearly to save the smokin' hot babe. Jump King, surprisingly, only has 3 controls. The left and right key, and the spacebar. Easy enough, right? Wrong. You'll have to battle slippery slopes and wind, and if you plan to play the DLC, what more can you encounter? However, if you get the hang of the jump patterns, I found a few more games a bit more challenging than Jump King. Number 3, Super Meat Boy. Ugh, the memories of this game. The first time I saw this game, it was for free on PS Plus. I wasn't very attracted to the game art at first, as it sort of reminded me of a simplified version of Newgrounds' art style. Now that I think about it, is Newgrounds still even a thing? But also, if you have no idea what Newgrounds is, well, I think this would look more suitable on me. Similar to Jump King, the purpose of this game is to save the smokin' hot babe. But in this game you die. Multiple times. And you hear weird splatter and splats all throughout the game. I did find this game a little tougher than the others, but feel that after some time and quite a bit of tries, you eventually get past the levels. Number 2, Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight was my first Metroidvania game, as I've never been a big fan of the genre. However, the platforming side of the game and different ways to play and beat the game made this a bit different compared to others. You'd probably be lost 80% of the time, and I'll tell you right now that it's normal if you're just starting this game out. But you eventually get used to the gameplay if you give the game a little bit of time. The boss fights in this game oftentimes made me want to throw my controller out the window and find it to be one of the most difficult games I've played so far. But the beauty of the game and amazing artwork is the reason why I highly recommend this game to others. Not because I want to make you suffer. Number 1, Spelunky. This is one of the first indie games I got when I first got my PC. A friend had gifted it to me and thought, oh hey, this game is super cute, reminds you of Mario. A satanic version of Mario. Spelunky is roguelike, so some levels are unpredictable and there's no real story to the game besides you being Mr. Indiana Jones trying to find all the gold. This game is mostly the reason why I have trust issues, and you will probably never, ever see me play and beat Spelunky 2. Also, I heard that Spelunky 2's final boss is a lot harder than the first Spelunky, but if you truly want to suffer and are extremely curious, this is the number 1 game I found most difficult that I've actually beaten so far. I know I've missed quite a bit of games, but I didn't want to make the video a bit too long and have many more to recommend, so you'll more than likely see many more parts to the top 10 series. If you're a fan of this series so far, please let me know, and feel free to give me a thumbs up. Or if you haven't yet, please subscribe. But that's all for now, and thank you so much for dropping by.